Now, that call was something that played out often for Democrats as Republicans won the majority of the races for governor and Senate and appear poised to keep control of the House. Fox 54's Caleb Aguayo joins us now. He's been meeting with local Democrats throughout the day to get a bigger picture for us. And Caleb, what have they told you?
Yes, Kanisha, by every metric, Tuesday's election was a wipeout win for Republicans nationally, across the state of Alabama, and in the Huntsville metro. And if you voted in Madison County, you probably knew that would be the case even before the votes were counted. Now, this is what the ballot looked like in virtually every place. All but a few Republican candidates ran unopposed, or with only a Libertarian competing against them. The local seat in Congress, county commission posts, judgeships on every level. There was hardly a Democrat to be found, a bottoming out for a party that hasn't been competitive in the area for years. And with the rest of the country swinging to the right, it could be a long while before that changes. It's why I sat down with local Democrats today to find out more. Here's a listen.
It's a big disappointment that it ended up this way.
Voters in Madison County showed up to the polls in droves Tuesday, only to find that Republican candidates dominated all but 2 offices on the ballot. So why aren't there more Democrats on the ticket? The answer is complicated, but Madison County Commission candidate Guy Sotomayor said people just aren't stepping up.
I've kind of harped on it within the Madison County Democratic Party. Hey, you know, it's lonely around here. I want more people running. People are scared. You know, it is quite a leap of faith to jump into the political spectrum, but it's a perception that's not quite reality.
Sotomayor says part of the fear in running for public office is working directly with the public, but he also says based on his experience, many of those worries are simply unfounded.
A lot of people have the fear that, oh, I'm going to be threatened, you know, I'm going to have all these things that I'm going to have to deal with. They're not there.
However, local volunteer Cindy Branham says it takes a lot for candidates around town to hit the election trail.
An effective campaign raises a lot of money. It is a 24-hour-a-day thing for the candidate, for their family, and for the people helping them and the people closest to them. So it takes quite a toll on you, on your family. If you ask all your friends and relatives for all that money and you don't win, that's pretty deflating. Pretty disappointing.
Most of the local ballot in this election focused on judicial offices. Branham says winning those requires candidates to be an attorney, which limits the competition. But for statewide offices, Branham says the Democratic Party will fill the ballot with candidates in the 2026 legislative session.
Next time in 2 years, we'll have a totally different ballot. It'll be a lot of statewide positions, the whole legislature, all the executive positions in the state like governor, lieutenant governor, and on down.
Chair of the Madison County Democratic Executive Committee, Sheila McNeil, says she was shocked by the election results. She also said in a statement, quote, "Going forward, we will strive to bolster our party from this devastating loss and recommit ourselves to forging a united accord. Working harder to get more Democrats on the ballot and increasing voter turnout will be our priority. We are turning this disappointment into an opportunity to strengthen and protect our community for the future." End quote. Until then, leaders believe the work of a politician is never finished. They will be working in the meantime to strengthen the party for 2026.
Sotomayor also says the Democratic Party is always looking for local candidates to run. If you feel inclined to help out, all it takes is a little initiative and so send some door knocking. Live in the studio, I'm Caleb Aguayo, Fox 54 News.